That night, I saw a man walking alone in the rain. He was talking to someone who wasn't there. I thought he had lost his mind. But what happened next changed his life and mine forever. I grew up in a quiet village in Ogun State. Life there was simple but hard. People worked all day just to eat, and everyone knew everyone. There was one man the whole village talked about, Tunde. He was the poorest man around. He lived in a small mud house near the stream with his sick mother. His clothes were always old. His slippers were tied with rope. But he smiled every day. He worked for whoever would pay, fetching water, cutting firewood, washing clothes. Sometimes people gave him food. Sometimes they shouted at him. Still, he never got angry. He always said, "Thank you." Most people said he was lazy. Others said he was cursed. But I knew the truth. Tunde wasn't bad. He was just unlucky. One evening, the sky turned dark without warning. Heavy rain started to fall, and thunder rolled over the hills. I was on my way home from the market when I saw Tunde. He was walking alone on the old path that led to the forest, soaked to the skin, barefoot, carrying a small bundle of firewood. Then I noticed something strange. He was talking to the empty air beside him, nodding, smiling, even pausing like someone was replying. My heart froze. There was nobody there. I ran home as fast as I could. When I told my mother, she sighed and said, "Maybe Tunde has finally gone mad." The next morning, people were shouting in the square. Tunde had found something in the forest, a small wooden box, buried under a fallen tree near the stream. When he opened it, he found gold bracelets, cowries, and shiny old coins. Everyone was shocked. Some said it belonged to spirits. Others said it was cursed. But Tunde didn't keep it. He walked straight to the chief's palace and said, "I found this in the forest. It's not mine." The chief and the elders looked at each other in disbelief. Weeks passed, and no one came to claim the box. Finally, the elders said, "If the owner does not come forward, then the gods must have sent it to him." That was the day Tunde's life changed. Tunde used his new wealth wisely. He rebuilt his house. He bought medicine for his mother. He helped repair the village well. He gave food to children who were hungry and hired the same men who once laughed at him. But what amazed me most was that he never changed. He still smiled the same way, still greeted people with that calm voice. "Good morning." People started calling him Tunde the Blessed. One evening, I went to visit him. He was sitting outside his new house, watching the sunset. He looked peaceful, almost glowing. I asked him, "Tunde, what really happened that night in the rain?" He smiled and said, "That night, I met a tall man on the path. He asked me why I work so hard for people who laugh at me. I told him, because even poor people can be kind." Tunde paused, then added, "The man smiled, touched my shoulder, and disappeared. When I looked down, the box was there." Later, the old priest said he saw a tall white figure near the forest that same night, smiling before fading into the dark. Maybe the stranger wasn't human after all. That night didn't just change Tunde's life, it changed mine too. After seeing what happened, I stopped judging people who had less. I started helping when I could, fetching water for the old, sharing food with children. I realized something simple but powerful. Blessings don't always come from what you have. They come from what you give, from how you treat others when you have nothing. Tunde taught me that without even knowing it. Years have passed, but I still think about him. The poor man who met a stranger in the rain and found more than gold, he found grace.